So I figured out this new mental model that I've been using to look at my problems and find solutions. And it really came about because I was, getting close to finishing the term at uni. I had lots of uni work, which was a problem. I wanted to improve my health, which was a problem. I wanted to improve my finances, which is another problem. And I had all these problems and I didn't really know how to solve them. And so I came across this tweet: we have a hard time solving problems because then we give them one label and assume there must be one solution. So an example is, I'm poor, therefore there must be a rich solution. The reality is there are many small problems that require many solutions. And so this tweet connected different dots I had in my head. And so I've come up with this framework that I'm going to teach you. And it's going to be about how to actually solve your problems in your life. I've got this diagram, and most people, they're at a certain point in their life and they want to get to a different point, a future event, which is a goal or some vision you're always thinking about. And so that's going to be somewhere in the future, somewhere forward that you really want to get to. Now the thing is, most people neglect to look at the fact that there are certain decisions they've made that have caused them to be where they are. And oftentimes the reason you never get to where you want is because you continue making those decisions and so end up going on the same path. The reason you've got the problem in the first place is because of your decision making. So if we can improve our decision making to allow us to get closer to the future event we want, it's more likely to happen. And so this is the graph I've made, and then usually people keep making the same decisions but they want to get to somewhere else. But to get to somewhere else, you need to change your decision making. And so not often does it look like this straight graph, but instead it looks like this graph, where you make one small decision. Like the tweet says, it's a bunch of small decisions combined together to get rid of one big problem. And so it looks like this exponential curve where these small decisions keep adding up and they compound over time to where you get to a new destination. And so the 3-step mental model I figured out is, you identify a problem. What are the problems you have in your life right now? And they are often a result of the decisions you made in the past. And so you've got to identify what decisions are you currently making that are causing the problem. And once you identify these decisions, you can then look at what are the solutions, what are new decisions I can make that will allow me to get to the future event that I want or the goal I want to achieve. And so if you want to put this as an example, Bob, he can't get any good sleep and he thinks this is a big problem in his life. But in reality, it's not a problem. It's a symptom of his current decision making. So let's look at what current decisions he makes. He drinks coffee late in the afternoon. He watches TV 2 hours before bed. And then after he's had a shower, he then goes into bed and he goes onto Instagram for 30 minutes while he's in bed on his phone. He then sleeps with the curtains open. He's got his phone next to him. He's got the hallway light on and the door open, so his room is full of light. And then he has irregular sleeping times. He goes to bed, at 9 o'clock, 10, 11, 12, 1, even sometimes as late as 2 o'clock in the morning. So every day he's going to bed at a different time. Also, straight after waking up, he looks at his phone and checks his notifications before he even gets out of bed. And so as you can see, the decisions he's currently making are the real problem that's causing the bad sleep. So once you identify the decisions you're currently making, you can come up with a bunch of solutions to make better decisions. And so instead of drinking coffee in the afternoon, he decides to drink coffee early in the morning, and that's his only coffee he has during the day. And that's one decision he makes. Now, his sleep's not going to drastically improve after that, but it's one small step. Now, the second step, instead of watching TV before bed, him and his partner decide to do art for 2 hours instead of watching TV. Now, his sleep starts to improve a little bit, but these decisions start to compound. So the first one, small step, second one, small step. Now the third step, instead of going on Instagram in his bed, he starts reading a book. Now he can noticeably improve his sleep. Now the fourth step is he buys blackout curtains. He removes his phone from his room. He shuts the door and he's got a completely blacked out room. And his sleep is really starting to improve now. So these small steps are starting to compound. Now he has a regular sleep time. He sleeps at 10:30 every single night, and then he removed his phone from his room so he doesn't look at it straight after waking up. And his sleep, just after making these the small decisions, has drastically improved. He could have just made one and that wouldn't have changed much, but because they all add up, they each compound to improve his sleep. And I've started to realize how powerful this is, and I've started to implement it in many areas of my life. So making these videos, I had a lot of bad decisions that would cause me not to make the videos, and I've listed each decision and I've made a solution to improve my health. I listed out all the decisions I make currently for my productivity and my sleeping, and I kind of figured out new decisions I can make that will improve that. And it's just beneficial to any area of your life. If you've got a problem, some of the times it's a result of your decision making. And if you just list out the current decisions you're making, it's a lot less daunting and it becomes easier to make small steps. And when those small steps compound, it just kind of makes a great impact on your life. Now, I hope you found that video valuable. This mental model has definitely had a positive impact on my life and my ability to see problems differently and find solutions. And I think it's a valuable skill anyone can have. So if you enjoyed the video, subscribe. There's some links in the description where you can check out our free programs and cheat sheets we have on improving your health. We also have a free TikTok you can follow us. We're starting a new 100-day challenge, me and my mum. So stay in tune for that, and I'll see you in the next video.